Hey guys, my name is Cassandra Golden Sampson and I am your club dietitian. And today I want to talk to you about nutrient timing. Now, the optimal timing of eating for weight loss is dependent on a number of factors that are unique to you and unique to me and unique to my neighbor. It's all very individualized, okay? The approach must be individualized to align with your schedule, your daily routine, your tendencies, and your behaviors, okay? What may work really great for someone down the street may not work well for me or for you, okay? So research shows there are several different options for meal timing that can result in great improvements in our health. There's a lot of different options. However, in order to achieve these health benefits, the schedule has to be realistic and sustainable. So if it's not something that I can follow forever, that makes a really big difference. The best eating plan for you is going to be one that is nutritionally balanced, it can be followed forever, and it's not going to cost you your mental health. Here are some factors to consider when you are deciding what you want your eating plan to look like as far as timing. The first factor to consider is if you have a tendency of overeating or even binge eating after going very long hours without eating. For example, if someone was doing an intermittent fasting schedule and after the 16-hour fast, then they went overboard and did some food binging or overeating or just feeling uncontrolled around food, that is definitely a factor to consider moving forward for our nutrient timing. This cycle can create negative feelings with food and a negative relationship with food. It can cause disordered eating, and it can affect all areas of your life. So if you are one, and I am in this category too, so if you are one that typically overeats or binges on food after going long hours without eating, that is definitely a factor to consider when you're deciding your meal timing. Another factor to consider is if you have had disordered eating patterns in the past, or if you have had a diagnosed eating disorder in the past. 3 out of every 10 individuals looking for weight loss plans and weight loss diets show signs of binge eating disorder. And if someone has binge eating disorder, restricting and further dieting does not make the binge eating go away. More restriction actually leads to more binge eating. But that's something that I can get to on an individual level if you're interested in learning more about that. So time-restricted eating can affect our quality of life and can affect our mental health. So if we are restricted by time, like I can only eat during this time, I can't eat after this time, what happens is it can lead to compulsive thoughts of food. Just like the same food thoughts are going over and over, replaying in your mind. This can develop into something called orthorexia, which involves an obsession with healthy eating. Time-restricted eating can also interfere with your social health, such as increases in anxiety, for example. If you know that you're going out to eat and it's going to be outside of the time that you're allowed to eat, your anxiety can rise. You can make the decision that you're not going to go. It can affect your social health. So there's a lot of different factors to consider when you're choosing what eating pattern is going to be the best for you. Some people have no problem going out to eat and just not eating and being there socially. So it really depends on your tendencies, your characteristics of your personality, if that makes a big deal to you or not. There's so much gray area. It's not black and white, like this is eat at this time, it's gonna work for everyone. That's just not true. We are very unique individuals that need individual attention when we are talking about nutrition and when we're talking about health too. So if you identify with any of those factors that I've just listed, having an eating routine that consists of 5 small meals a day may be the best option for you. And now there is a big difference between grazing all day and having 5 distinct smaller meals a day based on your hunger and based on your fullness. So I'm not encouraging anyone to just graze all day, snack all day, eat all day. Of course not. I am encouraging you to listen to your hunger and listen to your fullness And typically 5 small meals a day really works with a lot of people. So this routine requires people to plan ahead so that we know what we're going to eat in advance, that we know we're going to have this for our breakfast, this for our snack, this for our lunch, so that it does prevent grazing on snacks all day. So a really big take-home message that I want you guys and gals to realize is intuitive eating plays a huge role in our nutrient timing. Okay, when we're going to eat is really going to be based on our hunger and on our fullness. Hunger and fullness are the internal instincts that ultimately guide the timing of our meals. Appetite-based eating is based on hunger and fullness and also satisfaction. And your portion sizes are guided by your feeling of fullness. So our fullness is not guided by external cues. For example, we finished what's on our plate, we finished what's in our bowl, we finished the bar, we finished the shake. Those are external cues. Using our internal cues is based on that feeling of satisfaction, that feeling of comfortable fullness. So disregarding our hunger and ignoring our hunger based on certain time boundaries and time limits can actually trigger our primal drive to eat. And that's why I asked in the beginning if someone has a tendency of then overeating and food binging after not eating for a long time. That would be a red flag that doing long fasts would not be the best option for you, because if it's going to end up in overeating and food binging and then feeling guilty and starting all over, that's something that we really want to prevent. So being very aware of your tendencies and then your relationship with food is so important when choosing your eating plan and your eating routine, like when you're going to eat, what you're going to eat, all of that. So adopting an eating routine that consists of 5 small meals a day can assist with weight loss by preventing that feeling of over hunger, that feeling of ravenous, intense hunger that kind of just puts our healthy intentions out the window because we're so hungry that we're going to eat whatever's convenient, whatever's fast, and we're not going to pay attention to our fullness or our portion sizes. So eating 5 small meals throughout the day can help prevent getting to that intense hunger place.